Hey everyone, I had to make this video for my delusional girls out there and give you a reality check. That man just doesn't like you that much. You need to stop making excuses for men. If you are questioning whether or not a man likes you, the answer is he doesn't like you. I like to speak in anecdotes, as you know, so I'm going to tell you a little story about my friend. She met this guy. She thought he wanted a serious relationship. He had it on his Hinge profile. They went out 8 times, you know, they were intimate, blah, blah, blah. She has never felt better with this guy. So safe, so secure, and he was actively pursuing her. And then Valentine's Day rolls around. He starts to drift away. She doesn't hear from him. And at the beginning, you know, she's talking to me. She's like, no, he's just really busy. He lost a huge project at work. Like, trying to make all these excuses. And I said to her, like, he doesn't like you. And, you know, a week later, it's kind of evident he doesn't. Like, for whatever reason, this man switched up. He liked you at one point, and now he doesn't like you. We don't really know why. And if you are in Triple S Society, the interview with Alex, he was saying how, like, it's that simple. Like, sometimes guys, they like you for a period and then they just randomly change, or they met someone else, or they decide, actually, I don't want a relationship. But it's important, I think, to not take this entirely personally. You know, in my last video, I talked about the Birkin bag analogy, how when Rory in Gilmore Girls got a Birkin bag, she didn't value it. And it's like, no matter how much you tell Rory the value of this bag, she still doesn't value it. She doesn't want it that much. Versus someone else who knows the value, they might actually go out and really try and get this bag because they value it. So I think it's really important that if someone ghosts you or they lose interest, you don't attribute their lack of interest in you to your own value, because there are like a host of reasons why someone might not like you. So the number one thing I do is don't do, is I never make excuses for a man. You will never catch me going, oh, he's just busy. He didn't reply to me because he's busy. I don't care. No, I know what it's like to be pursued. And you know what? I do exactly the same thing in reverse. Even if I'm busy, I let him know I'm going to be busy. I'm not going to be replying to you as much, but I still will make an effort to contact you, and he will do the same. If you're getting mixed signals from someone, they don't like you that much. And I think it's so important to stop being delusional, because you're just wasting time, honestly. Like, do you want someone who's breadcrumbing you along, or do you want somebody who actually really wants you? They're like, I'm going to make that person mine. If someone wants you, they're going to make it known. You're not going to have to question their intentions, doubt, think about what they're doing. They're going to let you know, and they're also not going to make you worry. Something that I absolutely stand on business with is, if I'm seeing someone and they make me feel stressed out and they're not even my boyfriend yet, I'm gone. If you make me feel bad and we're not even partners yet, you're gone. Because in the courting phase, they should be on their best behavior. So you're telling me you're not even my boyfriend yet, and you're showing your bad behaviors and you're making me feel bad and stressed out? That's just an indicator of how they're going to be in a relationship. Like, you have to look out for the signs. And as someone who's like quite busy, right, I know there's some people, when I see their message, I reply immediately. There's some people who, like, I check, did they reply? And then there's others who I might reply in like a week, because I don't care that much. Like, I don't have interest in them. It doesn't matter how busy someone is. If they cared about you and they really, really liked you, they wouldn't try to like ruin anything. They wouldn't try to make you feel bad or make you feel like they're disinterested. They're going to let you know, hello, I'm going to be busy this week. They will communicate with you. They don't respect you. They don't deserve your attention. And 100% they don't deserve the emotional torment, the overthinking going on. So I actually don't overthink it. If I am getting confused about someone, girl, I'm gone. Bye. You can come back if you want to show that you actually want me. Otherwise, goodbye. Now, if you guys are having difficulty standing on business and dating and you need some help, why don't you try therapy? Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video today. BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy service, and they can match you to one of the 30,000 therapists who will be perfect for you. All you need to do is simply fill out a questionnaire, and BetterHelp will match you with the perfect therapist, usually within 48 hours. Their therapists have such a wider range of expertise that you might not be able to find in your city, and that's another benefit of online therapy. After you've been matched with your therapist, you can then schedule a video call, or you can message them them, and it's totally flexible, so you can pick a time that's suited to you and do it from anywhere you like. Therapy is like dating. You need to find a therapist that is right for you. The first therapist likely will not be a match. That's why BetterHelp also made it free to change your therapist. While if you were in person, you need to go to your doctor, get a new referral, go through the whole process, and it is time consuming and expensive. So guys, join BetterHelp today. Over 4 million people are using it to better their mental health and their life. And you can use my link here to get 10% off your first month of therapy. I have a Notion page for like every guy that makes me think, because I want it out of my brain. And it helps you to see things clearly. So I'll tell you the structure for what I do. Number one is I write the whole story, like literally, how did we meet? The lore behind it, how they made me feel, and then I start to break everything down. I start to break down red flags that maybe I've missed. Then I do like arrows, how did it make me feel? Why did I react this way? Why do I think his behavior is like this? And I literally link it all together. And then if I'm really standing on business and I have like cut that person off, knowing me, if I'm in like a bad state later on, I might think, oh my god, like, did I make the wrong decision? I mean, like, it's natural, you know, people get lonely. We go, should I go back to my ex? Should I go back to that guy? So what I do is, in advance, I write out all the reasons why I did the right thing cutting that person off. And I also do like future predicting. I'm like, what would this look like in the future if we were together? Anyway, so going back to my example with my friend, she really wanted to go on a Valentine's Day date with this guy, and you know, she's been seeing him for months. He led her on saying like, I really want to be serious, da da da. But yeah, no Valentine's Day date, right? And he was literally replying very sporadically compared to what he used to do. So this man was like dipping, you know. And she would say to me like, you know, if he comes back, I'll still go on Valentine's Day dinner with him. And I said to her, I was like, dude, if you, number one, you need to figure out, do you want this man or not? Because be honest with yourself, do you want him? If you want him, then you actually need to be more strategic with how you do this. This guy clearly already, he doesn't want you that much and he doesn't respect you. So he knows if you now accept this last minute Valentine's Day date, he knows you're available, and no one wants anything that's way too available, because men, they're also hunters, they're competitors. You need to have other people hunting for you, girl. So you need to seem like you're scarce. Two, it seems like you're just waiting around for him, like you're a loser waiting around for him. He doesn't respect that. So long term, you're not really going to get anything out of this. Saying yes to this date, what's going to happen? You just get dinner. You're happy, oh my god, like, he loves me, he finally asked me out. He doesn't care. If he really wanted to, he should have planned this weeks ago, you know, and asked you. And now we live in Dubai, you know, all the restaurants are booked out on Valentine's Day. And now if you decide you don't like him, stop thinking about him, you know, do the journal thing, my script, cut that man off. He can't come back now. He's ruined it, goodbye. The only way he could probably come back is if he fucking like begged on the ground. One thing I learned from this guy called, what's his name? He's like the toxic dating coach on YouTube, and I think this is so right, but you can't let someone come back into your life that easily. They need to be punished so they don't do it again. This is so true, because in my first ever relationship, you know, I was young, I was 19, I would forgive my ex for every single thing he did. And I thought by forgiving him and being nice, I was setting an example, which is so dumb. Like, I didn't know how men or like humans worked, honestly. And when we broke up, he actually said to me, the reason why I felt like I couldn't change is because you would forgive me for everything. So I knew subconsciously, even if I made a mistake, Simone's gonna forgive me. And like, I really did not understand that at the time until I got older. I learned about human psychology, how like men work as well, people work in general. And it just makes a lot of sense. You can't just easily forgive. Girl, I said, you can't go on this Valentine's Day date. Valentine's Day is in a couple of days. You can't. And if he comes back, be like, I'm busy. I already have a Valentine's Day date. He'll be like, oh shit, I fucked up maybe. Also, we accept the love we think we deserve, right? So if someone is breadcrumbing you and you're okay with it, you subconsciously think that that's what you deserve. I don't know about you guys, but I could never like someone who is only breadcrumbing me and not showing me that they really want me. Never ever trust words. You need to only trust actions. Guys, don't believe anything until it happens. I don't believe words, I believe actions. And I believe patterns. If someone has a pattern of doing something, they're not going to change. I really want to give you a recent example, but I can't, because I know this guy's gonna watch the video and it's too fresh to do. So maybe I'll talk about it in Triple S Society. If you're taking away anything from this video, the moment you start to make excuses, doubt whether someone likes you or someone stresses you out, they're done. That's not your person until they change. And you know what? Don't even stick around to see if they change, because they probably won't. Men know what they want from day one. I think women, we don't know sometimes. We can be convinced. Like, I think we almost want someone to convince us that we want them, because we like to be led as well, while still having like a little bit of autonomy. It's like some girls, they date a guy for 10 years. Oh, no ring. The next person he meets, oh, got a ring. If he wants you, you will know. I remember there was this one guy, and I think this dude was perhaps the guy who pursued me the most. And the reason I didn't end up with him is because I like didn't want a boyfriend, to be honest. But I kid you not, I wouldn't even reply to this man. Boom, 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 messages. Please come to the Maldives with me. I'll send you a ticket right now. Where do you want to go? What will make you happy right now? I'll do it. And he's like, you're moving to Dubai? He's like, I can set up my company there. Like, this guy's intense, okay? I've talked about him on Triple S. I'm like, he's kind of a red flag, but he was like hardcore pursued, like, whatever you need, I've got it. I remember I was in his city and I had to leave early, and he was out of town, and he's like, go use my apartment. He's like, stay there as long as you want. Guys, I laugh because like I low-key didn't respect him because he just was kind of a clown. But he's an example of like, you know, you want something, you go and get it. So I'm not gonna stop until I get you. He did though, because I blocked him. I'll unblock him one day though. I'm just not ready for that clown to be my life. Kidding. And you know, this desire for human connection is normal, but I understand there's a huge pressure for people in their 20s to get married, settle down, have a family. But I want to put something in perspective for you. The divorce rate, it's like over 50%. I think it's 60%. It's very high. Now, of the remaining, say 40%, it was something like only 5% of couples are in love, and the remainder, they're together for the children. Isn't that terrifying to you? And then people who get married over 30, they're more likely to have a lasting relationship, because these people, they have life experience and they're emotionally developed and they know what they're looking for. They're both like established, set up people. So don't rush love. Here's another thing I always say. If you're 24, I just turned 24 yesterday. I've only been out here in the real world for 6 years. I don't consider that I started my life before I was 18. I didn't. I've been out in this world as an adult for 6 years. I'm literally a fetus in the world. I have not even been on this planet long enough to know how to navigate it properly. And this is why, again, a lot of the marriages that occur before the age of 30, they end up in divorce. Even a couple of my friends, they got married at 21. The other one was 25. Divorced in 3 years. Also, have an abundance mindset when it comes to dating. There are so many people in the world. Every country is also so different for dating. For example, I think Dubai is the worst. Like, the quality of men here, I just don't think they're very good. In my opinion, my favorite place to date is London, actually. London has like great men. Also, you never really know when you're going to meet someone. So just have that open mindset, you guys. And stand on business. You accept what you think you deserve, okay? And if you're settling for the minimum effort, you don't even like yourself, okay? And if you don't like yourself, why do you think he will like you? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out Triple S Society right here. Ich liebe dich. Tschüss.